man that come in and sell the juices.
General.
Yeah. You know,
General.
Oh, Lord.
I'm okay with that. But Flex get all these other fancy names. I'm like, General's cool. I'll take that. I'm moving up, bro.
Good enough.
I'm moving up. You know what I'm saying?
Man, nothing wrong with that.
You gotta see the progress, bro. You don't see the progress.
What's happening, people? We up in the soundproof hunger room. Y'all know me. Call it Parshawn. Here to push the buttons and push the conversations. Hey, man, we got one of the original out of the four horsemen hanging in here with us today.
Who Ric Flair?
Oh, that's a good one. We only got one for the...
I'm whoever's black.
Well, ain't none of them black, bro.
Okay, well, I'm Booker T.
Oh,
I'm coming for you.
Create his own there.
Yeah. All right.
Flex. What's happening, brother?
What's good?
It's good to have you back up in here, brother.
Hey, mom, recording the podcast. I'm gonna call you right back. All right.
Shout out to Dukes.
Right.
Yes, indeed.
She feeling better, so I'm good with it.
That's good, man. That's good. Flex, 18, what's going on, man? Before we get
slow motion, man. You know, staying out the way, being wherever I want to be. You know how that go.
That's what's up. Flex, we got to holler at you because you just had a very important appearance.
Yes, sir. Talk about it. Cut the music.
Recently I had an opportunity to go on the Roland Martin show. Shout out to Roland Martin. Shout out to the IAM for allowing me the opportunity. Shout out to GVP. With the Transportation Territory, Richie Johnson, for helping us get our message across to, at one point in time, I think it was like 1.5 million people watching. So that was a great experience, man. And, you know, it's just priceless to be able to, you know, go out and speak for the people on behalf of, you know, my coworkers for the union out there at Delta. So it's just, you know, beautiful thing, man. Beautiful thing.
That's what's up, man. Tell us a little bit more about the experience, though, like just the insides and outsides of the situation.
Like actually at Roland Martin?
Yeah.
Oh, man, you know, it was great, like I said, just to be able to, really, Richie Johnson did the majority of the really the boxing for us. We just got this opportunity to sit down and speak on our behalf on, you know, some of our experiences and stuff that's going on at the gig.
Right.
Some of the things we out here fighting for, you know, some of our support. It was good to have some local leaders here, politicians, I should say. We had a few of them in there backing us. You know, just getting that message out. You know, like we got one of the biggest campaigns going in the country, and a lot of people don't know about it. But if you ask them about Amazon or Starbucks, everybody knows about that. So just to get the opportunity for us to get our message out, like that was just like the biggest thing. You know what I'm saying? Okay. It was a good experience, though. Yeah. Something I can put on my resume now.
You did good, dog. You did good. I watched it in the sky. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You did good, though. You did
Appreciate
good,
it.
for sure.
Yeah, and that was. It seems like you get to bigger and bigger stages, and being in the forefront of the cause that you believe in, man. And
we all believe in.
Yeah, even more so the fact that it's not just about you; it's more about the people. I think that's the most important thing. And like I said, we shouted you out a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I heard it. I heard it. Cats talking about, I don't respect it. I heard it. I ain't saying nothing to them, but I heard it.
What happened?
They talk about, man, you don't really get to hang with us, and then I respect it. I don't respect it. Gotta live life, dog.
Hey, come on, man. You know that.
I saw it. I ain't say nothing to you, but I saw it.
I said it to your face. Ain't nothing.
I saw it.
I need you to, unplug is good for all of us every now and then.
That's a fact.
And I know when you dialed in, what happens.
Yeah,
I done sat through it with you.
Yeah.
So I need to balance.
Yeah,
we talk about balance. And they'll use you till it's over, and they'll go home and do what they got to do. But I need my brother to have balance.
That's what's up, man.
For sure.
That's what's up.
Appreciate that too.
Well, fellas, we got a lot to talk about today. A whole lot. So we gonna jump right on in here.
Get your throat right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's your part.
Yeah, man. we got them Olympics going on over there in Paris, huh? And we got a couple of things we got to talk about. I think I want to start on a light note so we kind of breeze through. Sha'Carri Richardson finally won a medal. She got her a silver medal in the 100 meter dash. I just want to say congratulations to her again because I think the nation itself was kind of down on her from, when she was supposed to go in Japan. And people were kind of talking down on her. And she matured from that experience. And even though she didn't get the gold, she will get it, eventually because she showed her maturity and just turning around all the negativity that the nation was putting on her. And she put her head down and she focused. And congratulations to that silver medal out there.
Absolutely.
She got on that. Yeah.
She gonna get the gold.
Eventually, she gonna stay working.
What's the ages between her and that lady that won? They the same age?
Are they? No, I'm not sure.
The lady who won a little older.
From St. Lucia? Yeah. I don't know how old she was.
I want her older because they still compete against each other.
Yeah. Which, usually happens in track and field for...
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Y'all see each other for a minute. And that lady didn't win by
No, she...
foot.
Yeah, she...
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. she stretched a little gap sauce.
I ain't taking nothing away from her. Silver medal, to me, is a great thing when you compete against so many people. I just like to throw a little sazon on it, But congratulations to everybody, who won. That track and field is, man, what we all watch. I've been watching everything, though. I've been on skateboard. I started off with that. I watched archery yesterday. I was real into that. It was good, man. Track and field is, where we gonna be in. They had a little controversy with that, though. Like, they couldn't get in. There was another lady, I think, with the 200.
Yeah.
Who run that. She couldn't even get in, so she withdrew from it. Miss Richardson, she stayed in for that 100, even though she had to go through the turmoil or whatever to get in. They changed the rules at the last minute, from what I'm understanding, before they even got a chance. Like, they really wouldn't. What they had to go through, for what she had to go through just to be able to run in that race, if that's true what they saying, big ups to her, man. You know what I'm saying? To still win the silver.
Silver feel like gold.
Come on, man. She it was a lot. Like, they changed the rules on them overnight, I guess. So you had to go through a certain way to even race. You just couldn't walk in, get ready, warm up. You had to go through it. So they wasn't allowing the women to get in.
I saw it was kind of hush-hush.
To race. So one lady had a video. She was like, they literally won't let me in. Like, so they said they had to walk an hour back to an entrance to come in. And then by the time, I guess, Miss Richardson got in, it was time for the race. So she really didn't get to warm up. Like, it's a lot to that. You know what I'm saying? So big ups to her for even, competing, because she could have did what the other lady did. She is a brand.
Right.
And she like, if this is how my brand going to be, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's too much riding on it. It's only every 4 years. You know what I'm saying? So, big ups to her for even doing that. If that's what happened, though, parents need to get it together. Yeah. I got a fun fact, though, man. Check this out. They said it take $15 million for the U.S. basketball, men and women, to be there.
15 million?
15 million.
Wonder, I guess that's room and board.
They said between their room and board, their families, transportations and practice, all that, they keep them. I think they said they hotel like 2 hours away from the village because of who they are.
Yeah.
They was just like, they can't go out like everybody else and not be noticed and all that. They say so between the NBA, the board of the Olympics, and somebody else, they came up with $15 million just so they could have the experience they want. You know what I'm saying? They said because they are celebrities. They was like, they're not gonna be able to walk through the village because they showed a picture of the village. Man, we gotta do better. I don't even see how them people get up and compete, man. Like, it's like a college dorm. They got wooden beds. They got a real college experience. Hey, man, I'm worth millions, man. I'm not sleeping on that bed, man.
No.
Yeah, looking like a high school training camp.
You know what I'm saying? Like, then the man say, I got a back pain. Now they talking crazy about it. You know what I'm saying? But so they said $15 million between the men and the women for them to be, off to themselves. They said, what's his name? Joker?
Yeah.
He don't stay on the Village either. He got his own private house or whatever. And they just said they celebrities, man. We can't put them with.
So
with
I wonder if
everybody else.
all the other NBA players that are with their national teams, do they have different accommodations?
I think
from
it's
the
on
regular?
you. But I think with the NBA, they like, yo,
Y'all got to
something
stay
happened
out.
to one of them, boy.
Yeah.
We got to answer for that.
Our star too big.
Yeah, they said we bigger. Like our names are bigger than, I hate to say it, than the Olympics in a way.
Yeah.
Imagine LeBron go over
Cash
there,
cows.
man, and something
I
happened.
can't
Yeah.
lose my.
Like they ain't going for that. NBA probably was like, nah, we ain't. They got security, everything. They say it's $15 million for them to be there.
Wow.
All right. Fun fact. Oh, you've been reading a little bit.
Hey
now.
man, Snoop getting $500,000 per day.
Is he?
They said just for being over there, being Snoop.
Yeah.
They say 500,000.
Yeah, NBC sent him over there.
500,000 a day just for his accommodation.
That's wild. Moving on. Simone Biles, she got her 7th gold. The reason I brought her up, of course, she's one of the most decorated and gymnasts in the world. I think she has a total of like, I want to say like 14 medals or something like that. Something crazy. But I wanted to bring her up because we've talked about her, about a situation of her defending her husband. And she had to do it again.
Yeah, that's crazy.
She had to do it again.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He had the medal on, and everybody went at him like, that's her medal. You shouldn't be putting her medal on. And she was like, y'all need to shut the F up.
Yeah, she did.
Every time I win a medal, I put it on my family,
Right.
and this is nothing different.
Right.
So y'all let me do what I do, and y'all
She
can
said y'all
get off
miserable.
my
She said y'all miserable.
Yeah.
It's my medal, man. You can't tell me my husband can't wear my medal.
Right. It's
That's her
crazy,
husband, man.
Right.
You know what I'm
Crazy. But everybody want to tell her what she can do with her medals that she earned.
I think the gymnastics though have shown so much humility that I just in competition, like they rooting for each other even on the other team. Whatever. I ain't never seen it like this. Like they really making it a fun event though. They making it fun for them to watch. You know, I'm looking at it like, damn, they hugging each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they
Hyping
really,
each other up.
yeah, they really make it
A real sorority.
Yeah,
of
absolutely.
right there.
Because at the end of the day, that's it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like
And there was one Brazilian that beat
who
them,
won? Yeah,
got the gold,
and they bowed
and
down
they
to
both
her.
bowed
Yeah,
down to her,
like
showed her a whole
she
lot
need
of
her
love.
shine too.
Yeah.
You know, they start talking about her hair. Like they looking for stories.
Yeah.
They talking about her hair.
It's
Like,
ridiculous,
come on, man.
It's ridiculous.
You know what I'm saying?
man.
Like, yo, they did the same thing with Gabby though. They talking about her hair. First thing they attacked was her hair.
Yep. It's crazy. All right. And finally, the U.S. has another world fastest man in Noah Lau. He won the gold in the 100 meters.
Did he?
He did. And
Photo.
it was a photo finish.
Mm.
And I had to look at it a couple times because I saw a foot, and then I read the rules, and they said it has to be your body or a head.
Yeah. See,
But the foot was over the line before
we in racing the hood. We'll win, dog.
whatever cross.
Yeah.
Whatever cross.
Whatever cross first.
How you break that thing?
You know, or hit a cat with a move
Come
closer.
on, man.
Real quick,
You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, this is interesting. Yeah.
So,
Dude had whole leg across that.
yeah. I mean, his whole foot was over the
Like,
line.
yeah, I was like, wow,
It's
like-
bright orange foot. I said,
Yo.
whoa. I said,
I said, hold on now. You know what I'm saying?
hey, it's the rules. It's the rules.
yeah.
And we going to talk about some rules in just a second. But Noah also came out and said that he want him a signature shoe. And he said not a spike because those don't sell.
Yeah, he said, "Don't make no money.
he
Ain't no
want
money in
a
spikes."
trainer because he said track and field do not get the recognition that they should outside of the Olympics. How y'all feel about that?
When are they broadcast outside the Olympics?
World
World
Championships.
championships. Then there are some other championship races and stuff that they do to get like it's always some warm up working, something working up to the next big.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say this: anything that athletes are making people making money off
They
of them,
should get some money.
They should
get
get
some money,
something.
man.
I agree.
Let me ask you this. Being that he signed with Adidas, you think Adidas going to step in that? And really, because he's outspoken. Unapologetic, whatever he say. He's very outspoken. The last dude they had outspoken crumbled their whole company.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You think they'll really step into that?
I think because it's sports and Adidas is more of a world company, like they usually promote people from, soccer and stuff. That's where most of their money come from.
Yeah.
I think this would be a venture for them to kind of tap into. I don't think they'll put a whole lot into it, like a Nike would put a whole campaign around it. But
I think he got to go, bro. You can't half step that.
I agree.
He got to go.
I agree.
But I just look at it like outspoken athletes, man. When it comes to sponsorship, we can go back. We can look at Kyrie. We can look at Jaylen Brown. We can look at Mahmoud Raouf. We can go back to Craig Hodges.
Yeah.
They try to push them to the back, man.
Colin Kaepernick.
Kaepernick, Kareem.
Yeah.
Like, these are players who put it really on the line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they ain't really trying to. They looking for the LeBron, the Jordan, the Kobe, who really just, hey man, I'm here. I want to be liked, man. I want to sell shoes.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Flex, what you got on there? What you think about
Man,
that?
I don't. It's so hard to say because I don't. Can you track? Are y'all gonna sell some shoes?
Like, that's what I'm, like.
That's my biggest thing.
Like,
if he feel like they can sell some shoes, then I think they should give it a try.
Yeah, but
Didn't Adidas lose a bunch of money recently too?
Yo,
I don't. Are they at a point where they can afford to give it a try?
Ye crippled them.
Or are they at a point
Like,
where they can afford to not give it a try because they done lost?
So much
I
money.
wonder how long he in contract too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because now he got to go. There's gonna be some other people knocking at his door.
It's got to be a shoe in the next year.
Yeah,
In the
definitely.
next year. If he don't get a shoe in the next year, it ain't
It
happening.
ain't gonna happen.
All I know is shout out to that brother. And yesterday's price is not today's price.
But in his situation,
Indeed.
I mean, look, I'm the gold medalist. I'm the fastest man in the world. This is my price.
right?
You don't have to pay it.
That's real.
This is my price because I'm gonna keep running and
Who was
improving
Bo
y'all
under?
wrong anyway.
Was he with it? No, he was.
Bo
You
was-
saying he was on
Bo was with Puma, and they had him commercial.
Yeah, with
Boom.
Puma. Yeah.
But I mean, he was saying Bo was kind of likable. He was quiet.
Yeah.
He didn't really get off into the
He wasn't rocking no boats.
yeah. Like, he was just running. He like, I'm just gonna run.
Yeah.
Beat all y'all. I'm gonna beat them, and make y'all love me.
Y'all figure out the rest of that.
Yeah.
Like, this dude, like, he out there with everybody. He criticized the Olympics. I wonder if they ran into him yet.
They gonna holler at him. Anyway, moving on. The biggest topic about the Olympics was the women's boxing situation. I got to say names, so I got to go to my notes on this one. You had
You gonna try it?
I got to say the names, bro. You had the Italian Olympic boxer. Her name was Angela Carini. That said she was hit so hard from her opponent that she just said she never. Her opponent's name was Iman Khalif.
That's what to see if you was gonna try.
Iman
it.
Khalif
Okay.
from Algeria hit her so
yeah.
hard she said she'd never been hit like that before.
Right.
And Iman Khalif, the controversy is, she quit in
46 seconds.
46
she said,
seconds.
off a jab. She said, "No." Nah,
So the controversy came because basically, and she never said it, but Iman Khalif had been disqualified from a IBA boxing federation because she was born a female. She was born a woman and has always lived as a woman, but she has an X and a Y chromosome. And she looks manly.
she looked like Balky off Perfect Strangers.
She does look like.
Yeah.
It's funny. We just looked at.
She look like Balky, though.
We just looked at Beverly Hills Cop and he was on there.
Yeah.
But she was born a woman. And the controversy is immediately, as soon as all of this stuff broke, everybody said she was a trans woman. And it was so bad, she was getting death threats, and she's still fighting. She hasn't lost yet.
No, she done.
Who?
She lost.
No, she didn't.
She lost her next fight.
No, she didn't.
That lady gone.
No, she's still boxing.
That lady gone. Some lady from Ireland beat her, dog.
No, I was wrong. She's still boxing.
I ain't even hear that from you, but all right.
Yeah,
What Google say?
Yeah,
she's still boxing.
Go ahead. Continue on.
She's still boxing.
Continue on.
Yeah, and that's why it's such a issue now, because people are saying the more she wins, the more they're going to question the Olympic rules on who they're going to allow to fight and things of this nature. So she's already guaranteed a bronze. So she's fighting for for silver and gold. And they said because the boxing pool for the women is so small that they pretty much, if they win 2 to 3 fights, they're guaranteed a medal. But anyway, she's still fighting, and everywhere she goes now, people booing and jeering at her and things of this nature. It's so much that originally Angela Carini had to come out and apologize because she said, I didn't realize that
she was wrong.
She was going to get all of these death threats and all these things going on. And I'll be honest, the way the media put it out, everybody thought she was a trans woman, and it was unfair. And the way that I looked at it was, when a white woman cries, the world stops. And that's the way that I looked at it before they even looked into anything and everything. And now y'all ruin this woman's reputation because she is a woman.
It's always going to be in question now.
Yeah, forever. And that's what the point is now, because she's won again. And so now they're going to keep questioning her. And that's the point that they was making, that, you know, if she wins the gold, you know, how are people going to receive it based off of what this woman said? And she just got hit hard, you know. And the thing is this, you know, Iman has been boxing for a while, and she's lost to a lot of women. She has always fought women, and she's lost a lot of fights. So it's not like she just came on the scene and started boxing. So I think the media did a terrible job in the way that they pushed this whole agenda of the trans, and her father either had to step in and give the background and say he feels bad for his daughter because she's having to go through all this stuff. So, man,
you right.
Just wanted to talk.
Right.
It's all right, brother. It's all right.
She fight them around at 4:34.
It's all right, brother. I'm just here to help.
It's like a bad shot of luck.
What's your thoughts on it, though, brothers?
I hope God gave me karma. He fit with me. He played with me a little bit.
Oh, here we go.
If you mixed with a different chromosome, I don't know how much. I just think they gotta eliminate you, man. Like, it might not be fair and ever, but this situation is so crazy because she done lost to other women before. The jab was just something the girl wasn't ready for. Maybe boxing wasn't for you. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, I looked at the match. The 46 seconds, she was all over the chick. You know what I'm saying? The chick just wasn't boxing material, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know her record, whatever, but the chick, man, what's the name of the name?
Iman.
Because I'm trying
Khalif.
to get an episode. I'm trying to tread lightly on this, man.
Iman Khalif.
Khalif was all over the chick. You know what I'm saying? She came out aggressive, hit her with a couple shots. The chick turned her back one moment, and then she hit her with that jab, and she just like, yo, it was a wrap. You know what I'm saying?
In the picture they showed.
Yeah, but
like she was just
if she born a woman, man, it ain't her fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, but.
So you saying she shouldn't be able to compete?
I don't know, man, because what happens next time? Like, eventually somebody really gonna get hurt. If the strength coming from her man's side, like, I don't know how this works.
Look, I look at it like this, because I mean somebody got the auntie with the full beard that they go get waxed.
He different than me.
But it's just, I'm just being honest.
That's what I'm saying.
That it's like, there, but it's not like it's not something that is put on the forefront when it comes to sports.
I mean, should we? That's hard. That's a tough one.
Flex, you don't lean back,
like,
bro.
Even Clarissa, had to apologize to her. She said I should have did my own research.
Yeah.
Now, Clarissa is a heavyweight champion of the world, and the females. Now, do old girl go fight in the boxing after this? Because it's Olympics. Usually they go to the next level after the Olympics.
Right.
Do she fight Clarissa? What if she get in there and beat Clarissa? Like, do we say, like, she just was better that night, or do we say, Balky, it was more Balky than it was?
Here you go, calling her Balky.
Like, I don't know where this go. Like, let's move on, though. Let's move on.
Flex, what you got, man? You lean back in your seat.
I apologize for my ignorance. It is what it is.
I guess the only thing I can say is
this guy.
It's a shame how the media can create a narrative without having very limited information on something. For this story to blow up like this, I'm not...
And everybody knew.
Yeah, I don't know what that extra X chromosome or Y.
Yeah.
I don't know what that actually does for somebody's benefit or
Right.
non-benefit. So that's not even something for me to say, oh no, she's wrong or she right or they
Right,
shouldn't
like, that's
do.
tough.
I don't because like I don't even know what if it's a dormant. I don't know enough
Like,
about that
to
to
even
comment.
get into
but
that,
for the
right.
media to take off with that
And
take.
ran with it, dog.
I mean, I honestly, man, I kind of feel sad for the young lady because that's just, I don't think that's going to be fairly viewed ever now.
You know what I would
Ever.
do if I was her?
At all.
I just withdraw. And be like, because of the way the media has painted me,
Absolutely not.
I would
No.
withdraw.
Because that means
This-
that I believe the same thing that you
that you
created my
said.
narrative.
The
I'm going to
re-
go out here, I'm
the-
going to whoop
the-
everybody.
The reason that's the thing though. If you whoop everybody, I'm
gonna go home with
it's
the
al-
gold.
It's
I
always
gotta
gonna be
go.
a question.
I'm going home. Your question, the media has
I've
already
been fighting
done
for
it.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Years. And now I'm at
I'm
the biggest
I'm
stage.
gonna say the media causes. I can't concentrate.
Man, she need to go in there and say, bonsoir, comment allez-vous? Très bien, moi aussi. You know, I ain't had some of that too.
I didn't know
did
you had that. You know what I'm saying? You
I
brought
had
that
some of
out.
that
You know
too,
what I'm
man.
saying? I
Hit
told
him with a
what I
little-
tell you, dog. What I tell
that
you. He all over the place. I got a little touch. Why they do boo boo boo? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what's happening here, people. But we gonna keep this thing
Keep it going.
rolling.
Keep it going.
Keep this thing rolling, man. So
Real quick, didn't Clarissa offer to fight a guy though? She offered to fight
yeah,
somebody.
She wanted to fight Tank.
Was it Tank?
She wanted
no,
to fight
at
Tank.
first it was Thurman.
Thurman.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
Thurman at
that's what
first.
it was.
Yeah, it
And
was
then she
Thurman
said
at
she'll
first.
fight Tank too.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
let's
Takes
stop
the
it.
paychecks,
Let's
though.
stop
But
the
I'm just
foolishness.
saying, if she,
I mean, Tank called her ugly. She called him short. Eventually, there's gonna be a fight.
I'm not paying.
I don't see that. Yeah, I don't see
I'm
that.
paying for it. I got to rep it. She from the crib.
Man, they ain't even gonna let that happen. Tank a
As
kill
Big
that.
Mike from Bailey would say, man,
What if she
they're
catch
not going
you?
to sanction that.
What if she catch you?
I mean,
know,
anybody
man.
can be caught. That's a fact. What if he catch her
In them
next thing
ribs.
You know, she
She
can't.
Like it's a
Slick.
lose for him.
I mean, yeah, you win.
He won't even take the Shakur fight because he want the money up front.
Okay, let's move on.
He wants
Let's
Shakur.
move, let's move on.
Mm.
Let's
So
move
what
on.
make you
Let's-
think
let's
he gonna
move on.
take
Let's
that
move on.
fight?
I'm not doing that.
Anyway, yeah, let's do
You know what
this.
I'm saying? Move on.
Moving on from the news, let's get into some of our
Shakur talk.
information.
Right, good.
I thought we was moving on.
Man,
Yeah,
son.
move
We are
on.
moving on.
Huh?
Bro, you were so wrong for that.
I'm just saying, bro.
Yo, bro.
Hands might be.
Anyway, man. Moving on, man. One of the things we was talking about is with all this legislature going on and things happening with the laws and this and that. We want to know, do you think that when a felon gets out and he's within the community, when he applies for a job, should felons still be on his record?
Okay, let me say this. There's rules to everything. So if we putting rules in this, okay, of course if you predatorial, you know what I'm saying? Like things like that, assault and battery, things like that should be on, your file. You should have to let people know.
Mm-hmm.
You got a felony for drugs and you served your time.
Right.
I shouldn't have to mention that no more. They call it rehabilitation in some ways. Why am I still have to tell people about my past in this aspect? Like I just don't. I don't think it's fair to them. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of good men who made a lot of decisions in their younger days, and they still paying for it after they done paid their time to society. They didn't gave up 10 years, 20 years, and now they got to come out here and y'all say, okay, you back in society, make it work, but y'all got these handcuffs on me still. So I don't think they should unless it's something on that level, predatorial.
So you're saying non-violent felonies
absolutely.
should
I don't think they
should be
I don't-
expunged,
yeah,
basically.
Absolutely.
If they did the
I think
time.
once I do my time, when I get out, give me the fair shake that y'all said.
Let me ask you this: if that were, let's say that were the case, and we had somebody like what was Madoff, like somebody that was doing schemes that was just scamming millions and
Right.
millions and millions of people,
Right.
do you think that person should also have that?
I think anybody that does a crime and serve their time should be given a second chance.
Okay.
That's just me. Like I got too many homeboys, man, that sat down for a minute and they come out, man, and they different. They might have found you know what I'm saying, religion. They might have found who they supposed to be as far as a man, and they still got these handcuffs on them, so they resort to what they know because they got mouths to feed, they got to make sure they good. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand that. You know what I'm saying? Just because I did it once, that don't mean I'll do it again. That's like saying a cheater always a cheater.
Right.
A killer ain't always a killer, man. You know, we know OGs now who did stuff in their young days. They might have a nickname, bro. They might be like, yo, don't call me that no more. That's
Right.
That's behind me, brother. My name Clifford.
Yeah, that dude died.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's just you give people this second chance, you call it, but you really don't give them a fair second chance. So I feel like if you've been locked down for something that you know ain't a violent offense, you ain't killed nobody, nothing like that, you shouldn't have to let that loose. It shouldn't even be on your application. It's just like transgender and all that. You ain't got to put that on the application.
Right. And you know the funny thing is, if you cross over, your credit score is wiped. Like you start a whole new life.
See what I'm saying?
I found that out. I do a little read.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You know, you start your whole life over.
So I mean, who getting a fair shake out here? Like my man said on the last show, or the one show before that, the show with straight men and gay men. He said, yo, we got our people in the right positions.
Yeah.
So that's why things work the way they do.
Yeah. Where you at, Flex?
It's kind of tough, you know, having friends who have felonies and, you know, my job hiring and I can't help them.
And I can't help them.
You know what I'm saying? And I can see the difference in them. And I think it's messed up that you go and you pay your debt to the society, but you still got to carry the weight of the chain around with you everywhere you go because you can't go reacclimate into society without telling everybody, hey, you know, I got caught with 2 bricks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now automatically they looking at you different.
Right.
And the same people that's hiring you is the same people who was buying some of the coke off of the people who, you know what I'm saying?
Talk that.
So you was their supplier.
Right.
Come on now. And you got knocked. So it's that's kind of tough for me. But then on the flip side, I look at somebody and I'm taking it to the max, a pedophile or a rapist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I look at that different.
Absolutely.
I mean, I know people say a sin is a sin, but that's for God to figure out. I don't look at it all that.
That's why I said violent.
That's a sickness.
Yeah.
Violent offenses. I think you should have to, you know, let people know
who you are.
Absolutely.
Who you were at least,
Right.
even if you're not him.
Absolutely. I think you should have to.
But like some of like you were saying, like the non-violent stuff, or you know, I know somebody who got felony speeding tickets.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Yeah.
Come on. I got one of my good brothers, man. Did his time in society. He sat down for like 3 years, whatever. He came out with, you know, he had to carry the F with him. You know what I'm saying? Because what he got caught with. But he was smart enough to, you know, hide this, hide that before he went in. So he was able to come out trucking business on his own. You know what I'm saying? He doing his thing. He ain't got to go to nobody's job. He became a boss.
Right.
Everybody can't do that.
Yeah.
But you hire these people, man, who just looking for a job that ain't worth a damn. But you got a good body here who just trying to get back into society and do this normal 9-to-5 thing that they felt wasn't for them before they went in.
Right.
And they don't get a fair shake.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, for me, it was very apparent when they started legalizing weed in certain states, and when they started with the medicinal and all this, and the government is able to make money off of what you've locked a whole lot of us up for.
Come on, man.
And they still sitting in there, but y'all are able to open it up now and say, hey, we gonna make money off of it. You gotta look at these folks' cases, man. You gotta get these people up out of here. So it's only making sense when it's making money for y'all. But if we out here trying to feed our folk, we killing the community. Make it make sense, and it don't.
Is that I'm gonna speak for the black community real quick because there's so many of us. You know, we all come from urban communities or whatever. But is it our fault that we haven't set something up for us to get our people, our brothers and sisters back home and help springboard them into stuff? You know, I heard y'all talking last week too when y'all was talking with Kurt. And like, is it our community's fault for not demanding the pot? Like, first of all, monetarily supporting our candidate. And when I say our candidate, I'm talking about somebody who's homegrown from us. You know, and then now you have to go. Now that we're the people who support you and back you, not just with our vote, but with our dollar. Now you like all politicians, you bought and paid for to us now. You owe that to us in order to continue. Like I think we haven't done enough of that type stuff to get people, you know what I'm saying, back moving into the right direction.
Let's start at the beginning, and this is where the problem is. We always get hype about the presidential elections. That really doesn't have a whole lot of effect on us. The main stuff y'all need to go out for is the local elections. These people that's creating these laws and these things within your community. Those are the most important ones that people need to vote on, and people tend not to do it for whatever reason. I don't know why, but they don't do it, and then they want to go to the presidential election, and say, well, I want this, I want that, and I want this. Well, you need to start from the bottom, because that's where it starts. The local elections are the most important. Those are the people that you can actually touch. Those are the people that you can go to the council meetings every Tuesday or whatever and voice your opinion. And you can vet these people to say, okay, this guy, he good for us. This chick, no, she's not, or vice versa, whatever the case may be. You can vet these people because you're in front of them. You ain't going to see none of these presidents. You know what I mean? And that's why I had to get on Kurt, and he's not here. Shout out, Kurt.
Shout out to the homie.
For sure. But, you know, a lot of people like to bring up that the Democratic Party was racist back in the day. Okay, that was back in the day. But what we talking about right now? Because both of the parties got their hand in the dirt and doing dirty stuff. Ain't none of it for the people no more. It's more of a circus now. And it's more entertaining than anything else.
I know when I went to Capitol Hill this past January.
He said that real slick.
E40
slid that in there. We weren't going to let that slide by, bruh. Capitol Hill.
Go ahead, dog.
So
go ahead.
We going in there, and I'm trying to explain to the Labor Caucus how, like, I didn't really come in here to do the politic thing, the back and forth, and who does more, who doesn't. I'm just trying to make sure that the politicians that's in place understand what our issues are, what our concerns are, and would they be willing to stand with us? Because these were all, at the time, mostly Democrats. You the people we put in office.
Right.
So why is it that, like, none of y'all are willing to stand behind us? That's how I felt. You know what I'm saying? And we were able to convey that message passionately enough to where, we had like 150 Democrats sign on to a letter, and it was like 6 Republicans, and then some other people came in and put their own letters out locally here in Georgia.
Talk your shit, dog. Talk your shit.
But I mean, because like as a black man who grew up I grew up east side of Buffalo, and there's not a lot of money in my neighborhood.
Bailey Ave.
Bailey Ave all day. Bailey and Kensington. What up?
Yo.
Man.
I'm just gonna push buttons. I told y'all that's what I do. Push buttons.
But like,
shout out to Big Bike. Shout out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The whole Ave. You know what I mean?
Come
Shout
on,
out
Big
quick.
bruh.
But you I don't see any change in the communities because of the presidential elections.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So like we get all excited about, oh man, they gonna destroy America if they get in. The America I lived in and grew up in is already destroyed. So I'm really now I want to be a part of something that's gonna change something for the communities we came out of. Like I want to be a part of like saying, hey, let's put a real plan together. Like our biggest problem is we don't have no agenda. The reason why we don't have no agenda is because of how unorganized we are as people. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So we always get up and, oh, yes, it's Kamala, it's this, that, there. Y'all know I don't talk too highly about none of the presidents. Right. My neighborhood look the same. You know what I'm saying?
Who doing the most?
Right. Nobody's doing nothing. Just a little bit of money come through for us. And then now that it's even coming through at a rate that's never came through before, inflation's so high that you don't even see no difference in your lifestyle.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I really think we start focusing our energy, like you said, locally, start getting on our local policy. Nakima Williams was in D.C. when I was there speaking.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And
name
I was, no. And the reason why I throw her name out is because before that, she wasn't returning our calls.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But then you showed up.
That's not how that happened. We showed up as a united front.
I get it.
And
who talked to her?
We all talked to her. Everybody.
Okay, whatever.
Everybody spoke.
Let the man speak, right?
Whatever.
So, but no, for real. After we was able to go up there and convey our message to her, like she felt heartfelt enough to say, I do have to say something. And then I actually was in her district, so she's looking at me like this is somebody directly.
Yeah. He was talking to her.
I can talk to you. You know what I'm saying? And I told him, I said, look, if y'all not willing to stand up, if y'all scared to stand with us, why would the people stand with us?
Talk to him.
Right.
Talk to him.
So
yeah.
I mean, that's my experience, my 2 cents on that, man. The older I get, I look a little, you know, I think like we got to take better interest in our community.
I think that's one of the main things. I'll be honest. I didn't start looking into policies and politics and things of that nature until I got older.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I think we were so bent on surviving and getting what we think we're supposed to have. And then once we get what we think we're supposed to have, that's when we sit back and we be like, man, why the hell every time I go to my gas station, there's trash everywhere? How come they ain't putting a restaurant over here that can bring money within the community, but they want to put a warehouse right across the street from a middle school?
It's about Amazon.
Come on, man.
You know.
I ain't scared.
And right.
We want to put it. What Roland Martin say? I own this.
Yeah, we own this.
I own this.
Shout out to that energy.
Come on now. I own this.
That's indeed.
So you see these shows?
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? See these
You
shows?
feeling this stuff,
Come
huh?
on, man.
I like it though. But yeah, man, and then you create all this stuff that's only deteriorating the neighborhood and ain't putting nothing back into it. And then they laugh in our face, you know, like you said, the thing fighting for unions and this and that, to where it's like, nah, we gonna do what we want to do.
Now you fill out your union card? Not you.
Oh,
I'm ad-libbing.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm ad-libbing.
Okay, all right. Yeah, what else you got on there, Al?
We got a very important election coming. But the agenda is what's important to everybody. And like I said last week, are you voting for race, gender, or agenda? Like it's coming down to that this round. It ain't, I'm gonna keep the Jesse and keep the hope alive and all. It's like this is very important because this vote is gonna mean the next 4 years, and we already in a bad spot. You know what I'm saying? Like Flex say, you might get a raise, but you look at your account, you look at your check, and you look at the economy, you can't even tell the difference.
Right.
You might still need more.
Just treading water.
Like, so we got to understand our vote means something, and we got to actually put it in the right place. You know what I'm saying? Democrat, Republic, they sleep together. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
You got who gonna lie to me the best? That's how I look at it. Cause I need to get back down to these locals. Like y'all said, y'all started looking at it as you got older. When I had my first grandkid. Shout out to my grandson Jaden. He's 10 years old, and so it ain't really about me no more. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I live life. It ain't about me no more. It's about what's behind me, what I want to leave.
Yeah.
Because didn't nobody I ain't gonna say didn't nobody try to leave nothing for us, but it was hard. You know what I'm saying?
A lot harder than
And so
that.
we are where we are today. So it's my job to make sure what's behind me, and that's my grandkids, your kids, whoever is in a better place, because I could be walked out of here tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? He could call me home tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hopefully don't. I got some things to do. You know what I'm saying? But I just look at it from that aspect of my job is to make sure tomorrow is better than today. So you know that's pretty much where I am with that. You know what I'm saying? Kamala Harris did something this week. I understand the strategy. I'm old, I guess, in that manner. You know what I'm saying?
You got to play the game.
And I think that was her going after the young vote.
Yeah, she playing the game.
You know what I'm saying?
You think she was playing the game? You think that's a game?
I think so. I
think Kamala Harris know that Atlanta is important in her winning or not.
Georgia is definitely swing state.
It's
She
a
needs
very
to win.
big, and she
amongst black
she's
women.
gonna. It ain't even that. Is that this state determines a lot of elections. So she got to
A lot
make
of electoral votes here.
Yeah, she got to make sure she's been here three times in the last 2 months.
Yeah, she been here.
You know what I'm
Quite a
saying?
bit.
Just she came with Quavo, I think twice, and then she came back on her surprise candidacy for president. Like she understands how important Georgia is, so she took a route that maybe it's needed. It's rock the vote for 2024. That's how I gotta look at it. You know what I'm saying? It's rock. I mean, you know how big rock the vote was. Diddy was on his thing. Y'all can say whatever about him, but he was on his thing back then. So I think that here we go again. Will it help? I don't know, man. I don't know, because a lot of us done got older, and we look at the word. What's the place that a lot of people like to eat?
Pop of those?
No. That me and you said we would never go to.
What, Bojangles?
Bojangles. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I knew he was talking
It's a
about
lot of that going on. And she might have to really, and I hate to say it, she might have to play into that, man, and win.
That's why I think she did Megan Thee Stallion. To me.
How much is that going to really matter when it's time to...
Yo, that was a
When in Rome.
presidential
When in Rome.
candidacy. Like, you got Megan up here.
Look at it like this.
Yada, yada.
Like we
Yo.
just,
Yo,
what
that's
we
crazy.
just said.
Would you gonna go get
was a
sexy
lot of-
red next? You gonna come out to get it sexy?
I would hope not.
You gonna come out
I
to
don't
get it
agree.
sexy?
I don't agree with it at all.
Like I'm
but my
saying.
point is that think of how many people that are voting at the age of 18 to 25 that actually know anything about politics. Versus, if I see this black woman up here, and she done bought out somebody that I listen to every day, she playing the game. She getting the young vote. That's how I look at it.
Like, you remember last time when Trump brought Lil Wayne out?
Yeah.
I think I would like to believe that
Got him
we
out of jail
are
just to bring him
beyond.
out. Yeah.
We're beyond being that level of ignorant.
Like,
We still have
What
a
you
lot
say?
of ignorance left.
We like to follow whatever. Black folks will follow
I mean,
whatever.
black folk gonna go to the trend now.
They don't follow whatever. And you know, when Trump was getting everybody out, he was getting paid for it, whether y'all know it or not. They was paying him so they can get pardoned, but he did it. But a lot of people will use that as their crutch to say, "Oh, he was for the black people." No, he for the money. But anyway,
Okay, because I don't want to drag
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I don't think that because
Get your point out.
Yeah,
Get
say
your
it.
point out.
I just don't. We can't still be there thinking that anybody is like at first you couldn't believe like me and my homeboy.
well, I just
our
got a
homeboy had
text
got into
from
it.
Kamala. I just
what
got
I'm
a
saying? She heard us.
Kamala text.
She heard us.
Literally.
What?
Yeah.
Our homeboy was telling us about voting for races when it was still Biden and Trump. Remember we had that big thing I got cussed out
Yeah,
about.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I said
I got
both of them
dragged
racist.
into
I
it.
said I don't see no difference in the two of them.
He was mad.
Like there's no he was
mad.
super mad. Like I literally took like a week and a half cuss out behind this conversation.
Shout out to the homie though.
Yeah.
We still love him.
Yeah, it's always gonna be all love. It's like a big brother
He
for
kicked
me.
the shit out that box though.
But
Oh, he was mad. He was
Shit
mad.
out that box.
He was mad.
That box is
and it hit
chairs,
Kermit
though.
the Frog.
Yeah. That shit was crazy. He kicked the shit out of that. He kicked the shit out of that box.
Nah, but I would like to believe that I did take some away from the conversation with him, but I would like to believe that we can't be beyond. We gotta be beyond saying because Hove said or because Meg said.
Yeah.
Or,
True.
you know.
That a great segue. Something we wanted to talk about.
Go ahead, brother.
We it's been damn near a month or so. We kept saying we was going to talk about keeping celebrities accountable for things. And for whatever reason, it's eluded us every show. But you jump right into it.
My bad.
Okay. I recently was reading an article by Joel Anderson for Slate Magazine. It's an online magazine. And the title of it was Plenty of Stars Have Gravitated Towards Trump. Why did this one hurt the most? And the person he was talking about was Ice Cube. If you all notice, or you know, around the time when Trump and Biden was up for presidential racing.
First time or this time?
The first time.
First time. Okay. I
Yeah, the
sure
first
I was
time.
following.
And Ice Cube came out and he had a platinum plan, and he said he reached out to Biden and they didn't even want to talk to him. Trump people were open to talking to him. He went to him. He had this platinum plan, and the actual things that he had in his plan were strictly for black people. It was for black people, but of course nothing came out of it. But the journalist really delved into. He had recently went to a Ice Cube show, and he kind of backtracked, and he talked about how much of an outspoken person he was with NWA, even when he started his solo career, when he talked about politics and things within the community and how strong he stood on certain things. And then he said once he got into the movie field, he kind of went another way to where it was more so about money. And I think he said the nail in the coffin for him, again, was when he did the sit down with Trump them. And he also said he had finally got an interview because he had been in interviewing with magazines and things of this nature. And he finally got an interview, and the publicist told him before the interview don't ask anything about politics. And he said, okay. So he said they had a great interview, and he said he tried to slide one in there, and he said, you know, how do you think the fans from past and present still view you the same way? And he said Ice Cube kind of sidestepped it and kind of went in about his business. And he said later the publicist called him back, and he said he was cool with the publicist, but she was like, I see what you try to do, you know, but I told you not to do that, but it's cool. He did what he had to do, and it is what it is. You know, we'll get up with you some other time. I found it very interesting because if you really look into all the things that Ice Cube has done from NWA to now, which I don't know if a lot of people follow him from then to now outside of our age range. You know what I mean? The younger generation know him for the movies. Older generation knew him just as some brat coming out with the foolishness. We're the ones that know everything that was, you know, entailed in all of those things. What are y'all thought processes on people thinking that he flipped, basically?
So, as a black man in America, it's hard for me to sit up here and criticize other black men. I'm not going to say they'll never see me doing it, but it's kind of difficult, especially people I feel like have made positive influence on our culture. When Ice Cube tried to speak to them and come up with the platinum plan, the black agenda, Biden Harris didn't want to hear that, for the most part. Mm-hmm. You know, he took the meeting with Trump, and Trump, I don't think he would have worked on it, but not taking the meeting says a lot to me. You know, I think, like, people think that our celebrities sometimes, and they owe us something. They do owe the culture, their community. I think we all do. You know what I'm saying? If you can bench 250 and you can bench 350 and I can't bench but 145, we all got different limitations on what we benching. Mm-hmm. But it don't mean we're not supposed to push our limits on what it is we can do.
Absolutely.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean that they are the leaders, but they are the ones who I would expect, just like I expect them to expect it to me, to give everything they have to, like what you was talking about earlier. Every black man's job is to widen the road and pave the road for the people coming behind us. Mm-hmm. To whatever your limits are for that. Because at the point that you hit 30, it's really not about you no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You really benefiting from what the people before you did, right. And now it's time for you to start continuing that legacy. Absolutely. And working for the people who coming up behind you.
Absolutely.
And I think sometimes we don't, because we are so unorganized, man, and, you know, Malcolm X used to talk about us being more organized all the time, but because we are not organized, it shows in why we still deal with some of the same issues that our grandparents dealt with. And all we're going to do is pass that on to our grandkids if we don't organize and kind of find some solutions for this stuff. Mm. It's not just about what Ice Cube can do or what he should or if he flipped. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what conversations Ice Cube been having. Right. You know what I'm saying? But other Republicans who are saying, hey, look, we can't do this, but maybe we can do something with this. This is something we can see an agenda that we can work on. Right. And that's him widening the road and paving it for the people coming behind him. Right. It's always us who ain't doing nothing that's talking about everybody
that talk the most.
Right. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because when you're busy, you don't got time to talk.
Yeah.
So that's my take on it.
I watched the same black people that talk about Ice Cube say Killer Mike was a sellout because he took the same meeting.
Mm-hmm. With Kemp.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. They talk bad about Killer Mike. He a buffoon, blah, 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 whatever. He got the best album in the world. Let the people say it.
That joint is fire.
He just dropped another one too.
Yeah, it was the same thing. Yeah, it's gospel music.
Yeah, it's loud.
But back to this. Cube has created jobs, gave jobs to a lot of black people when he didn't have to. Ice Cube woke us up to the issues that was going on in his community, that was going on in our community.
He connected us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For a decade.
Straight Outta Compton was not just a Compton record.
Like, that was for the world.
That's for everybody who grew up in poverty. My apologies, but I'm with you on that, man.
If I'm 45, Cube might be 53, I think, somewhere around there. Mm-hmm. His views, his life done changed. He might see things the way we see it now. Like the brother Flex said, to not take the meeting at all. What am I supposed to do? Am I not supposed to go forth with my plan because you didn't want to listen? Is it supposed to end with you, or am I supposed to see who gonna listen to it?
Right.
The man, I read the article. The man went to a concert. He was looking to hear certain songs. Cube doesn't perform a lot of music that he did in his first 15 years. So you ain't gonna hear a lot of the rough shit. Cube does Friday. He does a lot of
the radio hits.
I can do it. Put you back in.
Yeah, the radio hits. Yeah.
He really don't get off into a lot of the stuff he did because at the end of the day, he is a brand. Who coming in? Y'all don't go to concerts no way. Let's keep it a bay. Me and you go to shows.
Yeah.
I don't.
You see what I'm like? Cube. What people don't understand. This how shows come about. What songs happen? They see what songs were really up in your area, and them the songs they perform.
Right.
We got 30 seconds of Cube doing.
Man, that was amazing.
Was that Straight Outta Compton?
Straight Outta Compton.
He came out. We was at a 50 Cent show. The Locks. No, it was the Locks and the Uncle Murder.
No.
Who was it?
No. 50 Cent came out at the Locks and Uncle Murder.
Yeah.
Ice Cube
Ice
came
Cube
out
came
when
out,
we
was in Chicago. Right.
For your Crucial Conflict crew.
That's not my. We went to see Ghostface, and Crucial Conflict happened to be on the bill. We didn't even see them, but he came out. Big 3 was in town.
Yeah.
He came out, gave us 30 seconds of Straight Outta Compton, dropped the mic, got on the stage. That best 30 seconds that I
it might have been the best part of the concert.
Like,
not being funny.
That's what DMX was on. He was really going through it. You know what I'm saying?
Came out there all. Shout out to X, man.
Yeah,
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Cuban created. So, I don't know if we can criticize a man who just got a plan for black people. Can we really say he changed if he got a plan for black people? I don't know how old my man is that created the article. I don't know. He might not even been around for Straight Outta Compton.
No, he was.
You know,
Okay, he was.
He said that?
Yeah, he's been there from day one.
And my thing with him is, what have you done?
Yeah.
Besides get this article critiquing what this brother done.
He doing his job.
Is that doing your job? Because the article showed he was just mad about some songs. Though.
Right. And that's what I wanted to point out.
And they were in San Jose. Let's keep it clear where they was at.
Right.
They was in San Jose, California, which is, I don't know how they is with the hip hop, but that's a lot of Bay Area. That's
the suburbs.
The Bay Area.
Yeah, kind of like the suburbs
You know what I'm
of Frisco
saying?
and Oakland.
So
yeah, because E40 was there.
E40 was on it. Like
there.
when you start going, like California based on something else. So when you start going towards the Bay,
it's a different
vibe.
The
and he was the
superstar is
headliner.
different.
Yeah.
But of course, Cube gonna be the headliner.
Right,
come on,
it's
man.
Cube.
It's Ice Cube.
Yeah,
it's Cube.
But I'm pretty sure when E40 got off the stage, people was like, "Okay, I'm done."
out. Yep, and that's exactly what he said.
Because Cube gonna come out and do Back Into It. He gonna do this verse off of Lil Jon joint. He gonna do whatever he did in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
He might not get into the bag. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what that might mean to him to get off into the NWA bag. A lot of cats, they like, I ain't getting into that because what it mean to me. He ain't got ran with him. He gone. Dre ain't around. He might not even want to do all that.
Yeah.
But to criticize a man based on some songs, and you got a whole article based on some songs you didn't hear. My man, go sit down somewhere, dog. Y'all walking around here right now cheering on Will Smith. He smacked the shit out of brother. Ain't saying nothing.
He did pay his money to go see that performance, though. It's okay for him to be disappointed, but I'm with you. You wrote the whole article. You'll be disappointed.
You go to a lot of shows, bro.
And be disappointed.
And a lot of songs we don't hear. Can we say the whole show is trash and we ain't hear a couple songs?
We might.
We might definitely.
I don't want to knock the brother too far out.
I want to play devil's advocate. You done? Go ahead. Okay. I want to play devil's advocate because I feel like I agree with you though. But I also feel like from Joel Anderson's perspective, he was looking at all the things that the let's just say the raw energy that Cube had for speaking out about the government, about politics, about how we're treated in the neighborhood. Now, the flip side of that, to me, what I just said was the older you get, your focus has to change.
You hope it do.
It has to if you want to be productive in what you're doing. That's just like with the Black Panthers. When they were out and they was out in the streets and they were doing the things that they had to do, a lot of them had to put down the guns and the berets and went to the offices. They started taking up political offices in order to make changes from other levels versus the street level. Right. You can't continue to move as a 21-year-old and have those same ideas and stay on that same corner. You gotta elevate yourself to get your point across. And I think that brother,
who is it?
Did that. You already know who it is.
Come on with it.
It is our buddy.
Come on with it. That's my
our
dog.
buddy.
That's
we gonna hear what he got to say. Hold on.
Hey, I like the fact that he got the guts to call in and say what he got to say.
Kurt, what's happening, brother?
Hey, what's going on? I'm going to interrupt. I had a chance to hear your angles, man, and
tick.
Well, thanks for the shots out too. None but love.
Sure enough.
But real quick, because I know I could be long-winded.
Yeah.
I want to say, man, it's time for us to realize it has to be an event, because if we continue to kick the can down the road when it comes to the Democratic Party, for example, when I say event, I'm gonna use the word extinction event. But I don't mean extinction, but there's an event that has to happen for Black people to come together. And if it's the Trump second president, him being president second time, then to bring Black people together, it's time for that to happen. But if we continue not to want that event to happen, like for instance, Trump is bringing together, let's say, white supremacists or people that dislike Black people, I should say. But sometimes, let me ask you a question for a second. Would you say, let's take white America for a second. Would you say if policies that really, really hurt the Black people, do you think all of white America would be on board with that?
Yes, most.
Most.
I think the majority, if they could see the end result in it, it would be in what they feel like is a positive thing. Because I'm not going to make every white person a racist, but I mean they do believe in agendas. It's and what's attached to that agenda. I could see it.
Because, for example, let's take the situations we had in the 40s and the 60s and the 50s. Is that the law made white people criminals for not pushing the agenda, because if you allow certain things as a white person and you didn't stop it or was for it, then you was criminalized too. So now that we are in 2024, about to be 25, is that now people are not criminalized. White people won't be criminalized for supporting what's right. So what I'm trying to say is, I'm gonna wrap it up like I say, is that Kamala Harris is a long shot candidate. Just like teams have to rebuild, this is what the Democratic Party is doing. They have to rebuild, and people don't see that. Is that they are betting for her to lose, so they won't lose the down ticket. Like I said, the down ticket is the people that we can see. The down ticket, the motherfucker down ballot. And what it is that there is an event is about to happen. When I say about to happen, like for instance, 9/11 was an event. America changed. And January 6th was an event where people stormed the Capitol. And believe it or not, if Trump would have got assassinated, that would have been an event. So now that he's elected, and I'm gonna send y'all a video of LBJ, very, very powerful. But I'm gonna wrap it up by saying there is an event happening that's gonna bring Black people together.
Lyndon B. Johnson.
He's a Lyndon B. Johnson.
Get that man out your house, and I got you, Lyndon B. Johnson.
I'm not familiar with that. Say again.
Welfare.
Well, he did the Civil Rights Act also.
Yeah, he did the Civil Rights Act.
Get that man out your house, and I got you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying now. Yeah, for sure. Okay. For sure. Even though he signed the civil rights, like for instance, like I said before in the last show, is that he was considered a racist, a Dixiecrat. He was considered a Dixiecrat. And long story short, you able to negotiate with your enemies, but it's hard to negotiate with your frenemies.
I remember you saying that too, Soldier.
Yeah, I mean he did more. He did more as far as blacks in politics than any other president up to that point.
Because it's easy to, not easy, but it's better to negotiate with your enemies because there's a clear line in the sand of what I feel about you. And like, guess what? We can negotiate on these agendas. Now, once Trump in office, we are, like, for instance, when Biden got elected, guess what? We didn't see him nowhere in the hood after he got elected. And now, I mean, even a conversation with that guy is not possible. I'm not saying it'll be possible with Trump, but long story short, we know he's not all for us at all. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he's our visual enemy. So getting him in office is going to be a extinction level event. I don't mean extinction like in bad people, but that's what I meant. But I'm going to stop right there.
Okay. What you got, Ralph?
At the point of with me and you, we go different ways, man. This Lyndon B. Johnson thing, he was the worst for black men.
He wasn't. He wasn't.
To me, he was. To me, he was. And I got the right to feel that way.
Oh, yeah,
I don't understand your love for this man, but you have one. And I don't see it. Like, I don't.
No. Okay. Maybe.
I remember. I remember if the man ain't in the house, I got you. That's what I remember from Lyndon B. Johnson. That's what. But you're the same one that'll complain about welfare. You're the same guy that'll complain about welfare.
But you didn't hear I said.
Kurt, I need you to tell me what side you're going. I'll let you talk. So after I say what I say, I'm done.
Yes, sir.
After I say what I say, I'm done. Mm-hmm. You the same man. Matter of fact, I'll let you rebuttal because you earned that right. You're the same man that'll sit and talk about women on welfare and all this in the black household, and you do talk about it in a negative way. But you keep planting this flag on a guy that really was promoting getting black men out of the household for reasons that don't help the black community. So I don't understand where you going with this guy.
Oh man.
Okay. All right. Now I thank you for letting me state my point. I bring LBJ up not to promote him. I bring LBJ up for an example. Now I said, like the things you said, he was destructive for the black community because we negotiated with him. Martin King negotiated with him. And the reason I brought him up to set up an example is that you negotiate with enemies. I don't like LBJ at all. I mean, I don't know anyone. Maybe I didn't communicate it right that made you think that I was promoting him. I'm just saying, I'm giving an example.
You're going like
of
a parallel of him and Trump.
Yeah, exactly. And I was giving an example is that he disliked us, but he gave us the Civil Rights Act. But like I said, he destroyed our families.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Civil Rights Act.
Correct.
Have we really benefited from
it? Hindsight, no.
What else you got? Because welfare's still going strong.
Okay, now
he pushed the first black person in the Supreme Court.
My question is now: Do you think I'm pro LBJ in my argument?
You just throw his name.
He's just saying that you keep bringing his name up, and I think he's just trying to use the parallel between him and Trump to say pretty much you may have to sleep with your enemy in order to get some stuff done. It's a teachable moment for who, Kurt? To get in bed with your enemy to get stuff done. That's what I think the point he's driving.
Like
that's what I think.
You saying get in bed with your enemy, but the man literally convinced women to get the black man out of the household, thinking it'd have been better for the community.
And I'm saying here's the parallel, like as Sean was saying, here's the parallel. The parallel is that he was a Democrat, right? And I'm saying is that we are falling for the same trick when somebody brings somebody on stage to twerk and say, vote for me. That is a Democrat.
I don't see the correlation in that, though.
What is twerking?
Well, no. But I'm saying because...
And the only reason I say that, because I understand the point that you're trying to make. The path that you're taking, I would have rather went 85, 75 than circle 285. But I do I believe I believe I will. I understand exactly what you're trying to say, But like you keep making it seem like because you keep blaming Democrats, and what I'm blaming is the whole system.
The system.
So that's where my disconnect is with that, because what you really are in here doing is promoting people. You're trying to tell people we should stop voting for Democrats and vote Republican. You just ain't said y'all need to start voting Republican. And when you speak about an extinction level event, my only question to you is, because you are a family man, are you ready to die for that event?
That's the thing.
No, that's a question.
That is the question.
No. That's my question to you, brother.
Okay, all right, go ahead. Say it again.
No, are you ready to die for the extinction level event? Because you're a family man. You got people that you definitely paving the way for. Because I had people who paved the way for me. And I ain't always perfect in what I do to continue their legacy. But I respect what they did.
Yeah, I'm going to say it like one of our founding fathers said, give me liberty or give me what?
Death.
That's your statement. I know what he said. But
that ain't none of my fault, Father. That ain't none of my fault, Father.
I said founding father of America.
Oh, okay.
It's all love. You be talking like I just hear you really on this whole Trump Republican thing, and when you get popping, man, I think we need to have that conversation on your podcast.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the thing, and I'm going to end with this, but if y'all want to rebuttal, it's cool, is that the Dixiecrats found out that, hey, if Democrats won't push our racist agenda, where do they go to? Where do they go to? They went to the party of Lincoln that freed the slaves in order to get their agenda popping. All I'm saying is that is a strategy people do when they're trying to rebuild a team.
I hear you, brother.
So
I hear you. I do believe we need to destroy and rebuild. So I do understand where you at with it. But your whole, let's just go ahead and vote for the Republican thing, man. We masters of surviving, but bro, that's gonna be a tough 4 years too at the same time. But I hear you, brother. I get it. Much respect.
Give me liberty.
How you feel about Project 25? Matter of fact, that'll be another show.
Yeah, that's another show. We have to have.
We get into that, but this will be a 3-hour show.
We have to get him in it. Hey, Kurt, we appreciate you calling, man. We appreciate you supporting and checking us out. I know you've been watching the show, so you had to jump in here real quick. But again, man, thank you for calling in, and we're gonna holler at you.
All right, likewise. Take it easy, everybody.
All right.
Love, bro.
All right. So yeah, people.
I mean, and not to continue what we was talking about, but it's just like I understand what he's saying. Like if you watch, as I get older, I'm into this political thing now. My YouTube is crazy, but there is a sense that what the Democrats are trying to do is show Kamala that she can't win. That's why it took so long for people to come out and endorse her, even though they have been coming out slowly, because it has to eventually, and that it eliminates her for 28. And then they can move on with somebody else. Yeah. I've heard a lot of that online from not just Democrats, but even Republicans say they see it. That's what it looks like they're trying to do. Because a lot of people don't feel like Kamala could win. Kamala.
I feel differently. And again, I'm not plugged in like that. I mean, I look at, like you said, my YouTube, I look at a lot of things. And the only reason I say it is because it's fresh blood almost. It's almost like a fresh breath of air. When Biden, they was like, oh, he's old, this and this and that, and the debate came out, and he kind of showed that, yes, he's an older guy. I think for them to get this fresh breath of air, people are jumping on. And I think Kamala got popular when Trump was putting Kavanaugh in the Supreme Court. And when she didn't interview him, she grilled him.
Yeah. People
didn't know who she was to that point. And so when they saw this black woman going at this dude's throat, they was like, well, damn, who is this? And then when she got the VP, they was like, okay, well, let's look at her record. What was she doing? She was locking up brothers, left and right, da-da-da. So they was like, nah, And then when the 4 years, you didn't really hear anything. So now here it is, she's at the forefront, so everybody's kind of like, oh, okay, well, we got some new blood, let's see what it is. And of course, like we always say, our black women are are the biggest supporters of anything, books, movies.
The best resource on the planet is the black woman.
Smart. So she got that. So I think that in itself is going to push it to where everybody's gonna be looking the other way, and the doubters that were Democrat doubters that weren't black women were like, okay, well, this is something different, and we know something can happen. And I believe if she gets a debate with Trump, it's gonna be a wrap.
Let me jump in real quick. I got 2 questions for you. Number one, we know policies and stuff that she can kill debate. She's a prosecutor.
Right.
Like, and he's
Definitely.
yeah, like we know that's not Trump's gonna take it on because he's gonna avoid and not answer all the questions
Right.
and try to clown her, and he's not gonna be able to do the back and forth with her. And number 2, my question is, if we pushing VP Harris and her agenda, which I think we can, and the staff that she's gonna have, I can believe in. I don't really believe in Trump's staff and nor their agenda. Do you think conservative white males are going to vote for? And do you believe that black men that normally vote Democrat are going to continue to support her?
Depending on who she picks as a running mate.
I'm gonna be honest. I think black men are so exhausted on however way they look at black women that they gonna put their personal issues and not vote for whatever woman they dealing with in their life. They gonna be like, man, I gotta deal with this at home, bro. I ain't about to have the president be on this. You know?
I can feel that. I can feel that.
I think white men,
Conservative
white men, they like to shake things up. So they might. Let's see what she do. We got 4 years of this. They money is they can sustain 4 years with her versus they take on Trump. They don't know what might happen.
But so when I say conservative, I mean like the ones like, because that's what normally has to happen in our swing states,
Right.
like the Georgias, the Michigans, the Pennsylvanias. I'm talking about the people who are most of the time they could be
They vote
registered
one way,
Yeah, they're
and then
registered
and they
Republicans,
swing.
but they're
Yeah,
but they'll
yeah.
swing.
Right.
Like that's the white guy. I'm talking about the white guy who really don't respect women still.
Women, period.
Like
Yeah.
I'm talking about the same people that's out there telling
Yeah.
women what to do with their bodies.
Right.
Like that's them the people that
Yeah.
I'm necessarily talking to.
I think if he irritate them enough, talking about Trump, they'll do it. He still got right now. I think the vote up in the air. Like
I do too.
I think it's
Yeah, I
up
do
in the
too.
air. However it's gonna go.
I think we should get another debate.
Yeah.
I think didn't they schedule one?
They scheduled
they
one.
got-
I think they waiting on
She-
Kamala because
no,
Fox,
she picked up the one that
Biden was supposed
Biden
to do.
had.
I did. It
and
was-
He
that's-
declined.
He declined it. He
Okay.
canceled.
So
it.
now
He canceled
Fox is now trying to put one together for them.
it.
Fox News.
Yeah, Fox News.
I
Yes.
think she's the one to handle that though.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
she's a monster. Like
Yeah,
when you
she
talk about when
nasty
she
when
gonna
she
go
get
in
in
there,
there.
I'm gonna be honest.
he
bro.
not gonna answer nothing.
I'm about to be honest. She a black woman, though. At the end of the day, I don't care if she from this island, that island. She a black woman, and I don't think she forgot that. I think if you get her on that stage
It's going down.
and you get on her nerves,
She got the pedigree. You right.
I
It's
think
going
she,
down.
I
Yeah,
think,
it's
she-
going
I think
down.
it's gonna go down
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, she either fired or she getting a promotion.
Yep.
So she ain't really got nothing to lose, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So let's see where the cookie crumbles. I'm going to the live probably tomorrow. That's my new thing in the group. I'm going to the live.
What time?
I don't know, man. It depends on how my high is.
If you're not in the group, it's the Facebook group. Go on Facebook, look up Soundproof Hunger Room. Go on and put in the request to get in there. We get you in there. That's where a lot of stuff go down.
And I tried it out last week. Hey, I think the Ghostbusters is superheroes. Y'all might disagree. That's fine. But next,
Flex, don't do it, Flex.
I'm gonna come in there this week. I really got a subject I want to
I
talk
already
about.
told him, though.
So when I post a date, come holler at your boy, man. I'm only gonna be on there for about 20, 25 minutes unless y'all really engage with me. And something I'm gonna start doing. Sean said he gonna pick up a couple days.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go live, man. In the group.
Ralph's Corner.
Yeah. No, I ain't gonna do
Nah,
my
nah,
boy.
nah,
I ain't gonna
yeah,
do my
we ain't
boy
gonna
like
do it
that.
like
Shout
that.
out to
Car.
Car's Corner.
Shout out
That's the
Car
only
Derek.
corner I know.
Big up.
Shout out to my homeboy.
Yes, indeed.
Yo, just Ralph thoughts. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna see where they go.
Yeah, man.
Brother Flex.
From the 18th, man.
Come on,
On the
man.
18th already. Brother Flex, we thank you from taking time off from your busy schedule, fighting the system and getting on Roland Martin and Capitol Hill. You know what I mean? We appreciate you hanging out with us and laying some of your knowledge on the table, brother.
Brother, it's always an honor and a blessing to hang out with y'all, recorded or not recorded. You hear me?
For sure.
So I appreciate y'all for always reaching out to me and allowing me on your platform to give my 2 cents, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Soundproof Hunger Room, Ruled Intellect. We here.
Yes, indeed. Always. You got something else?
Shout out to the Leos.
Yep.
It's your time.
Big
man.
Leo gang.
I can't wait till it's over.
Crespo,
They go hard.
Alicia,
They go
Keisha,
hard.
Yeah.
Kathy,
Talk it.
Big House,
Yeah.
Big Mike from Bailey, my
Yeah.
cousin Sharia.
Yeah.
Her husband's birthday
Come on.
is today.
Big Ant.
Big Teeth was good.
Big
My
Ant.
god brother Ant. Big
Yeah.
up to you, man. We'll
Big
be in
Ant.
Denver in a couple weeks,
Yes,
man. We
sir.
gonna do all that real big, man. Big up to everybody.
You might not love them. You might can't stand them. But they real. Shout out to the Leos.
Big respect. You might not like us, but y'all know y'all love us.
Real.
I know you gonna love me.
Yeah, we love y'all too. Hey man, hit the thumbs up or hit the thumbs down, either one. I don't care which one you do. Just do one of them, okay? Anyway, man, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Y'all know where we gonna be at. We'll be back next week, live Monday. Come hang out with us. We gonna holler at you.
Yo, call your loved ones. They might need a call from you. They really appreciate it.
Like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Y'all need to get Ja on my live. Ja, where you at? We gonna go live. We ain't going today.
She probably cooking us some oils.
we
She
ain't going-
cooking
yeah.
us some oils
You
right
know,
now.
Ja
Yeah.
Skincare. Y'all better get that.
Jolin Skincare. Y'all get in
I
there.
seen y'all skin.
Oh man.
See, now, yeah, we finna go. Y'all hold it in the road.
Salute.